starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt.
Yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU and Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Wilson.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert.
That's again complete to Palmer.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. It's complete to Williams.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Herbert on 1st down now. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall. Finding space at the 40. Gets around him.
17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a 1st down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They go play action now. Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. A give, running right is Hall.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet 1st down. The Jets at 3-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis.
To throw again on second down, Wilson.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught by Davis.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From just shy of midfield, Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he will find Davis. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Wilson will throw again. Open man here is Conklin.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson. Caught right side, Davis.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
And we take a look at the next gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Here's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down.
Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
To the air again, Herbert.
That's again complete to Palmer. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 36, Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On second down, Eckler.
Down inside the 10.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Jets have recovered.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Corey Blasingame.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Wilson now to throw on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Give to Hall running right.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. From the 44, Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 25. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, Herbert. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And New York set to take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Davis with it left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Jets are right back in this football game. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
So here is Wilson and the Jets.
Down 21-10, a minute 47 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Gets this to Moore.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. From the 24, Wilson. Again, he finds Moore.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second